Okay, so let me start today's topic. First one, you must write beta function. First one is beta function. Okay, so in beta function, this beta function is denoted by beta like this, and it is function of two variable mn. So this is given by 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 1 minus x raised to n minus 1. This clumsy integral where m is greater than 0 and n is also greater than 0. So this particular clumsy integral is given by the name beta mn. So this is nothing but the beta function. Okay, if I will put x is equal to 1 minus y, if I will put x is equal to 1 minus y, what I will get? Dx will be minus dy. Dx will be minus dy. So beta mn, I can write the limit will be when x equal to 0, when x equal to, this is limit of x. So when x equal to 0, y is equal to 1, and when at x equal to 0, and y is equal to 0 at x equal to 1. So limit will be 1 to 0, x will be 1 minus y, m minus 1, and 1 minus y, 1 minus x will be y. So it will be n minus 1, and dx will be minus dy. Okay, so this I can write minus 1 to 0 y to the power n minus 1 1 minus y to the power m minus 1 dy. And as we know, in definite integral a to b f of x dx is b to a f of x dx with the minus sign. Okay, so here I can write this limit will be changed because here it is minus sign. So it is 0 to 1 y to the power n minus 1 1 minus y to the power m minus 1, and it is dy. It was beta mn. As you can see now, the power of y, earlier it was m, so we have written in order mn. अब यहाँ पर क्या होगा, y की पावर n and 1 minus 1 की पावर m. So can I write beta n m? So first property I can say that beta mn is equal to beta nm. Okay, so this type of function will help us in solving clumsy this type of integral very easily, because beta values will be defined. So with this type of clumsy integral I can calculate with the use of beta integral. Okay, so now we have seen that first one, we have seen beta mn is equal to beta nm. Okay, this is, it means nm order is not important, number one thing. So now beta mn I can write 0 to 1 x to the power m minus 1 1 minus x to the power n minus 1, and it is dx. Okay, so now if I will put x equal to sine square theta. Okay, so what will be value of beta mn? So beta mn will be, so now first at x equal to 0, sine square theta is 0. So theta will be, sine will be 0 at 0, and when x equal to 1, it means sine theta is equal to 1, it means theta will be pi by 2. So integration will be converted to 0 to pi by 2. Then x will be sine square theta, that power m minus 1, then 1 minus sine square theta, that power n minus 1, now dx. So x is sine square theta, x is sine square theta. So dx will be 2 sine theta, and differentiation of sine theta is cos theta, and differentiation of theta is d theta. So it will be 2 sine theta, cos theta, and d theta. So beta mn is equal to 0 to pi by 2 sine 2m theta sine. Okay, directly I can write. Why to make it so clumsy? So can I write this is sine square sine 2m minus 2, and this will be plus 1. So can I write sine 2m minus 1 theta, and 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta. So it will be cos 2n minus 1 theta, and it is 2 theta. So 2 will come out, and it will be d theta. So beta mn will be given by this one, and this is named as Euler's integral. This is termed as Euler's integral of the first kind. Okay, so where we were, we have written beta mn is equal to 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1, and dx. And in terms of Euler's identity, we have put x equal to sine square theta. So we come up with beta mn is equal to 0 to pi by 2 sine 2m minus 1 theta cos 2n minus 1 theta and d theta. This is called Euler's first kind integral. It is called Euler's integral of first kind. Euler's integral of first kind. Please write it down. So next is gamma function. Next is gamma function. Next is gamma function. Okay. So first beta we denoted by like this beta. So gamma is denoted by this sign. Okay. So this is represented termed as gamma n. Okay. So this gamma is given by this sign, this notation. Okay. So this is gamma n. Okay. So the gamma function, the point is the gamma function is defined as gamma n is equal to 0 to infinite e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx, where n is greater than 0. Okay. So actually what happened, this type of clumsy integral जब लोगों ने सॉल्व करना चालू किया, so उनको इनिशियली अभी हम नॉर्मल सॉल्व करने जाएंगे. तो now we know because gamma has given this particular integral by some method he solved. Okay. So this type of two different function और उसमें भी n variable. So this type of function now we can solve with I, u, and we can derive. But this particular function is given by gamma function. Okay. So this is known as, please listen, this is known as Euler's integral. Euler's integral of second kind. Of the second kind. तो first kind का integral क्या था? Beta function. And this is Euler's integral of the second kind. So this is gamma function. Please write down. First we will find out value of gamma n. So gamma n will be 0 to infinite e raised to minus x x raised to 1 minus 1 dx. So it is 0 to infinite e raised to minus x, x raised to 0 means 1, and then dx. So integration of e raised to minus x is e raised to minus x upon minus 1. It is 0 to infinite. So this is minus 1 e raised to minus infinite minus e raised to minus 0. So it is minus 1 e raised to minus infinite. I can write e raised to infinite minus 1. 0 of any power, 0 of any value is 1. So it is minus 1. 1 upon e raised to infinite means 1 upon infinite minus 1, and 1 upon infinite is 0. So minus 1, 0 minus 1, it is 1. So can we say gamma 1 is 1? Okay. Okay. So now reduction formula. Now we will write reduction formula. So what is reduction formula? Reduction formula means let me tell you. So first find out gamma n plus 1. So what will be gamma n plus 1? 0 to infinite e raised to minus x will be same. Here we have written x raised to n minus 1 for n. So instead of n, I have written n plus 1. So it will be this one. See, gamma n you have written 0 to infinite e raised to minus x, x raised to n minus 1 dx. So gamma n plus 1 will be, instead of x, you will write, instead of n, you will write n plus 1. So 1 will cancel. So this will be gamma n plus 1. Okay. So now I would like to convert this function into gamma function, means gamma n. So what I'll do, I will use the first second multiple integration. So this is gamma n plus 1 is equal to, now take first function. Now take first function, which will be the first function, x raised to n is the first function. Now integration of e raised to minus x, it is 0 to infinite dx minus whole integration 0 to infinite. अब यहाँ पर थोड़ा ध्यान देना, आप एक मिस्टेक कर सकते हो. 0 to infinite differentiation of first, that is n, x raised to n minus 1. This is easy. Now integration of e raised to minus x. So this time you won't put limit. यहाँ पर limit put नहीं करेंगे. And then dx. Okay. So never put limit this side. So x raised to n, integration of e raised to minus x will be e raised to minus x upon minus 1. Limit is 0 to infinite minus 0 to infinite n x raised to n minus 1. It is e raised to minus x upon minus 1 and then dx. Okay. So see, now first limit is, this is minus 1. First limit is infinite. So e raised to minus infinite will come into picture, that is 0. And when 0 will come, this will be 0, isn't it? पहले आपने इन्फाइनाइट लिमिट पुट करी इन दोनों के मल्टीप्लीकेशन में, तो इन्फाइनाइट इनटू ई रेज़ टू माइनस इन्फाइनाइट. सो ई रेज़ टू माइनस इन्फाइनाइट विल डोमिनेट. सो दिस ई रेज़ टू माइनस इन्फाइनाइट माइनस, जब 0 लिमिट पुट करेंगे, सो 0 टू द पावर n, सो इट विल बी 0 माइनस दिस माइनस माइनस विल बी प्लस इंटीग्रेशन 0 टू इन्फाइनाइट n will come out. So it will be e raised to minus x, x raised to n minus 1 dx. क्या है ये LHS में? गामा n plus 1. So गामा n plus 1 is equal to n, और बचा हुआ क्या है? गामा n. समझे ना? The remained value, this is gamma n. So gamma n plus 1 is n gamma n. This is the reduction formula we have derived. Please write it down. Just write it down what we are doing. First we have find out beta mn. So beta mn we have written, what we have written, beta mn 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. ये हमने लिखा beta mn, and also we derived, this is beta mn. Okay. Then gamma n. gamma n क्या लिखा हमने? 0 to infinite e raised to minus x x raised to n minus 1 dx. Okay, then we derived gamma n plus 1 is equal to n gamma n. ठीक है, and similarly gamma 1 also we derived, that is 1. ठीक है, so बताइए gamma 2 क्या होगा? Gamma 2 is gamma 1 plus 1, so 1 gamma 1, isn't it? कुछ गलत है? It is 1 gamma 1. पढ़ते जाइए. Okay, so gamma 2 will be gamma 1 plus 1, that is 1 gamma 1. Gamma 3 will be gamma 2 plus 1, that is, this is bracket na, so it will be 2 gamma 2, so it is 2 into gamma 2 is 1 gamma 1, so it is 2 into 1. Okay, isn't it? Now like that find gamma 4. So can I write 3 gamma 3, that is 3 into gamma 3 will be 2 into gamma 2, and gamma 2 is 1 gamma 1, so 3 into 2 into 1, this will be the gamma 4. Likewise gamma 5 will be 4 gamma 4, 4 gamma 4. Okay, so 4 gamma 4 will be 4 into gamma 4 की वैल्यू क्या है? 3 into 2 into 1, 3 into 2 into 1. So can I say, like you can see gamma n plus 1, here gamma n plus 1 is 4 into 3 into, so can I write n factorial? Isn't it? Do you know what is the value of 10 factorial? That is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 1. So 10 factorial is gamma 11. Can I write? Please see, please check it out. So gamma n plus 1, I can write n factorial. Now what we have seen, gamma n plus 1 is n factorial, that is for positive integer, is for positive integer. Okay, and gamma n plus 1 will be written as n gamma n when n will be in fraction. Okay, n is in fraction. Okay, so now next is find out gamma 1 by 2. Gamma 1 by 2. So gamma 1 by 2 will be 0 to infinite e raised to minus x, x raised to 1 by 2 minus 1 and dx. So can I write 0 to infinite e raised to minus x, x raised to minus 1 by 2 dx. Okay, please write it down. Okay, so the thing is gamma 1 by 2, if I'll go for simplifying, first I can write put x equal to z square. I am just giving the idea how to evaluate it, but it is not required to calculate it here. So I am just putting x equal to z square, so integration limit will be same. E raised to minus z square will come, x will be z square, so z raised to minus 1 will be there, so it will be z raised to minus 1, and dx will be 2z dz, so it will be 2z dz. So this will be 0 to infinite, 2 will come out, e raised to minus z square dz. Okay, so this is nothing but 2, and this function is known as, this will come out to be under root pi upon 2. Integration of 0 to infinite e raised to minus z square dz will comes out to be root pi upon 2. So gamma 1 by 2 I can calculate is equal to under root pi. This you must remember. This is important to you. See, we have written beta mn is equal to 0 to 1, 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx, and beta mn we also written 0 to pi by 2, 2 into sine 2m minus 1 theta cos 2n minus 1 theta d theta. Okay, so now the question is evaluate. The question is evaluate 0 to pi by 2, sorry, evaluate 0 to pi by 2 sine की power px, sine to the power px cos to the power qx dx. So what will be the value of this one? Try to find it out. Okay, now can you compare? See, first you can write beta m comma n upon 2 is equal to 0 to pi by 2 sine 2m minus 1 theta cos 2n minus 1 theta d theta. Okay, so now what you can do, you can compare these two. This is beta mn, this one and this two you can compare. So can you write 2m minus 1 is equal to p and 2n minus 1 is equal to q. So from here you can say m is p plus 1 upon 2, and here you can say n is q plus 1 upon 2. Okay, so you can write this one is beta p plus 1 upon 2 comma q plus 1 upon 2 divide by 1 by 2. Is it so? So this is equal to, we have derived this one. Now particular case. Now particular case means first put case 1, put p is equal to 0. In second case put q is equal to 0 and try to find out what will be the value, because LHS will become, see, this will become, so first one when p equal to 0, this will be 0 to pi by 2, it will be cos qx dx. What will be its value? And second case q is equal to 0, so it will be 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to px dx. करिए. Okay, so first one is 0 to pi by 2. So first one is 0 to pi by 2 cos qx dx. So it will be beta, it will be 1 by 2 beta. As we know p is equal to 0, in this case p equal to 0, so it will be gamma 1 by 2 gamma comma q plus 1 upon 2, and 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to px dx will be 1 by 2 beta p plus 1 upon 2 comma 1 by 2. Is it correct? Anyone got this? Any doubt in this? Please let me know. Now we have to use one formula, that is beta mn, where beta mn is equal to gamma m gamma n upon gamma m plus n. This formula you have to memorize. You can derive this also, but here we need to remember it. That is beta mn is equal to gamma m into gamma n upon gamma m plus n. This is required. So can you find out this value in terms of gamma and this value in terms of gamma? So can you write 0 to pi by 2 sine px dx will be, see, this is 1 by 2, gamma mn. So gamma p plus 1 upon 2 gamma 1 by 2 divided by gamma p plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. So I can write it, 1 by 2 will come out. This gamma 1 by 2 is under root pi. We have seen this is gamma p plus 1 upon 2 divided by this is gamma p plus 1. Is it? Yes, gamma p plus 1. P plus 2 upon 2, sorry. It is p plus 2 upon, this is p plus 2 upon 2. So can you say 0 to pi by 2 cos qx dx will also be 1 by 2 gamma under root pi gamma q plus 1 upon 2 divided by gamma q plus 2 upon 2. So can I write, if p equal to q, if p is equal to q, so can I write 0 to pi by 2 sine की power n x dx is equal to 0 to pi by 2 cos to the power nx dx is equal to under root pi by 2 gamma n plus 1 upon 2 divided by gamma n plus 2 upon 2. Please write it down. Okay. So the next is evaluate question number 1, gamma minus 7 by 2. Second one is beta 7 by 2 comma minus 1 by 2. Evaluate these two immediately. Okay. So see, we have written gamma n is gamma n plus 1 n gamma n. So can I write gamma n is equal to gamma n plus 1 upon n. So gamma minus 7 by 2, I can write gamma minus 7 by 2 plus 1 upon n. So n is minus 7 by 2. Okay. So here we are getting negative also. Okay. So gamma minus 7 by 2 is gamma minus 7 by 2 plus 1 upon minus 7 by 2. So it is minus 5 by 2 upon minus 7 by 2. Then again 1 upon minus 7 by 2, and gamma minus 5 by 2 is gamma minus 5 by 2 plus 1 upon minus 5 by 2, isn't it? So it will be gamma minus 3 by 2 upon 7 into 5 upon 2 into 2. Okay. Similarly, it will be, so finally, can I write gamma minus 7 by 2 will be, see, first time minus 2 by 7, second time minus 2 upon 5, third time it must be minus 2 by 3, and then minus 2, and that is under root pi. So this will be the value of gamma minus 7 by 2. Ask me if any doubt. Okay. So this from where it come? It came from minus gamma minus 1 by 2 is gamma minus 1 by 2 plus 1 upon minus 1 by 2. So it will be minus 2 under root pi. So after this I have written it. And this one will come, or upon minus 1 by 2. So this is minus 2 pi. So this is this one. So it will come, finally it will come 2, 2, 2, 2. It means 16 under root pi upon 15 into 7. It means 105. So 16 upon 105 into under root pi. This is the value of gamma minus 7 by 2. The next is gamma. The next is gamma beta 7 by 2 comma minus 1 by 2. So I will use formula, that is gamma 7 by 2 gamma minus 1 by 2 divided by gamma 7 by 2 minus 1 by 2. So it will be gamma 7 by 2 into gamma 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. Here we have derived, that is minus 2 root pi divided by, this is 6 upon 2. So gamma 3. So just evaluate it. So what we are calculating, beta 7 by 2 comma minus 1 by 2. So we have written gamma 7 by 2 gamma minus 1 by 2 upon gamma 3. So gamma 3 is nothing but 2 factorial, isn't it? Gamma n plus 1 is n factorial. So this is 2 gamma minus 1 by 2. We have written minus 2 under root pi last time, and gamma 7 by 2 is 5 by 2. 5 by 2 gamma 5 by 2. Then it is 5 by 2. See what I am writing, gamma 7 by 2 I am writing 5 by 2 plus 1. So n gamma n. So 5 by 2 gamma 5 by 2. So n gamma 5 by 2 will be 5 by 2 gamma 3 by 2 plus 1. So it will be 5 by 2 into 3 by 2 gamma 3 by 2. Okay. Then again 5 by 2 into 3 by 2. It will be 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2. And gamma 1 by 2 we know it is pi. So it is 15 upon 8 under root pi. Okay. So gamma 7 by 2 is 15 upon 8 under root pi. Gamma minus 1 by 2 is minus 2 under root pi, and 3 is 3 gamma 3 is 2. So it is minus, 2 will cancel. So minus 15 upon 8, and this is pi. That is beta 7 by 2 gamma beta 7 by 2 comma minus 1 by 2 value. Okay. So next is gamma n. Just I am writing the another expression. Gamma n is 0 to infinite x raised to n minus 1 e raised to minus x dx, where n is greater than 0. I am just putting e raised to minus x equal to y. I am just putting e raised to minus x is equal to y. So what will happen? Can I write minus x is equal to log y, taking log both sides? Taking log both sides. See what I have done. I have taken log base e raised to minus x is equal to log y. So log m raised to n is n log m. Okay. So this is minus x log e, that is log e y. So log e 1. So minus x is equal to log y. It means x equal to minus log ey. So x is equal to log y raised to minus 1, isn't it? So can I write x equal to log e 1 upon y? This is x equal to log e 1 upon y. Okay. So now the expression will be now e raised to, see, this is e raised to minus x. So when we will put x equal to 0, so e raised to 0 is 1. Okay. And e raised to minus infinite is 0. X is log 1 upon y to the power n minus 1. e raised to minus x is y, and dx. For this I have to differentiate it. So if I will differentiate it, what I will get? E raised to minus x into minus 1 dx is equal to dy. So dx will be minus dy upon e raised to minus x. So it will be minus e raised to x dy. So can I write minus 1 upon y dy? So dx will be minus 1 upon y dy. So this y cancel. So equivalent you can write in the next slide. Okay. I will write it in short form. That is, this minus will change the limit. This is okay. y will cancel. तो बचा क्या केवल log e log e 1 upon y and dy. So this is gamma n. Another expression. Very rarely anybody will ask, but you must know this. Okay. So the next question is evaluate 0 to 1 dx upon under root 1 minus x raised to 4. Okay. So express the following integral in terms of gamma function. So either we can evaluate it or just write it in terms of gamma function. Okay, try kariye. Let me give you one hint. The hint is put x square is equal to sine theta. So 2x dx will be cos theta d theta. Okay. So when x equal to 0, sine theta is 0. So theta is equal to 0. When x equal to 1, sine theta is equal to 1. So theta is equal to pi by 2. So this will be converted to 0 to pi by 2. Dx will be okay, write it down in your way. Okay, so instead of so dx will be cos theta d theta upon 2, and instead of x I will write under root sine theta, isn't it? Because x square is sine theta. Okay, so 0 to pi by 2 dx will be cos theta d theta divided by 2 under root sine theta. This is under root 1 minus sine square theta. Okay, so this is 0 to pi by 2 cos theta d theta divided by 2 sine to the power 1 by 2 theta, and this is only cos theta because 1 minus sine square is cos square and under root cos square. So these two will cancel out. So remainder will be only 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power minus 1 by 2 theta d theta upon 2. Okay, write it down. Just now we have written 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power nx dx, we have written under root pi upon 2, then gamma n plus 1 upon 2 divided by gamma n plus 2 upon 2. We have written that. So it will be under root pi by 2. This is 1 by 2 more. This is 1 by 2 more. So this is 1 by 2. If here 1 by 2 is there, so it will be extra 1 by 2 will come and sine minus 1 by 2. So instead of n, I will write minus 1 by 2. So this is minus 1 by 2 plus 1 upon 2 now. So it is minus 1 by 2 plus 2 upon 2, isn't it? Instead of n, I have written minus 0.5. So this will be under root pi upon 4. This will be 1 minus 1 by 2 is how much? 1 by 2. So 1 upon 4 divided by, this is 2 minus 1 by 2. So it is 3 by 2. So it is 3 by 4. Okay, then you can solve it further, but this is the our expression in terms of gamma. So what is the answer? Under root pi upon 4 gamma 1 by 4 gamma 3.4. This is the answer for this. Please write it down. So first one is 0 to infinite e raised to minus x. I can write x raised to 4 minus 1 dx. Okay, so can I write this is, compare it with 0 to infinite e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. So n is equal to 4 here. So answer is gamma 4. So gamma 4 is nothing but 3 factorial. So 3 factorial is 6. So first one is clear. So the second question is 0 to 1 under root 1 minus x square. Just simply put x square is equal to new variable z. So it will be 2x dx will be dz. Okay, so limit will be, this is x equal to 0. So z equal to 0. When x equal to 1, z equal to 1. X raised to 6. So can I write x square की power 3? So it is 0 to 1 z cube. It is under root 1 minus z only. But in the same equation I cannot write. So this is x square only. This is dx. So z cube. It will be under root 1 minus z, and instead of dx I can write dz upon 2x. Okay, and x is under root z. So it will be 0 to 1 z cube upon 2. Instead of x I will write z to the power 1 by 2. This is 1 minus z, and this is dz. Okay, so this will be 0 to 1 1 by 2 z to the power 3 minus 1 by 2. It is 3 minus 1 by 2, and this is 1 minus z to the power 1 by 2 dz. Okay, so this is 1 by 2 is common. It is 0 to 1. It is z to the power 5 by 2. It is 1 minus z to the power 1 by 2, and dz, as we know, beta mn. As we know, beta mn is 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 na? X raised to 2 minute. So this is this is x raised to m minus 1 and 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. So this is beta mn. So compare it and find out value of m and n. So m minus 1 is 5 by 2. So m is 7 by 2, and n minus 1 is 1 by 2. So n is 3 by 2. Okay, so can I write, we were there, this one. So 1 by 2, see what we have written, 1 by 2, 0 to 1 z raised to 5 by 2, and this one. So instead of this I can write beta 7 by 2 comma 3 by 2. So this is 1 by 2 beta 7 by 2 comma 3 by 2, and this is the answer of 0 to 1. It was 0 to 1 and x raised to 6 under root 1 minus x square dx. Okay, so this type of question you will see, and if you will solve this by any other method, it will be very clumsy. Okay, So this is very easy type of so that we can convert it into beta function. So this is gamma 7 by 2. As we know, beta m comma n is gamma m into gamma n upon gamma m plus n. So this is gamma 7 by 2, gamma 3 by 2, gamma 7 by 2 plus 3 by 2. Okay, so solve it and let me know the answer. Okay, so this is 1 by 2. Okay, so gamma 7 by 2 I can write 5 by 2 into 3 by 2 into 1 by 2 and root pi. This is value of gamma 7 by 2. Is it clear? Gamma 3 by 2 is 1 by 2 under root pi. This is also clear. And this is gamma 7 by 2 plus 3 by 2 is gamma 5, and this is nothing but 4 factorial, isn't it? So 1 upon 2 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and this one is 5 into 3 into pi divided by 1 2 3 4 2 raised to 4. Okay, so 3 will cancel. This is 5 pi divided by 2 into 16 into 24. तो 16 into 24 कितना होता है? 24 into 16. Is it 256? Please confirm. है ना? 16 into 4, then 32. ना? This is how much? This is 1068 ना? नहीं 1 2 we have missed. It was C. Here also 1 2 is come, 1 2 come na. So this is this is 1 by 2 we missed. 1 by 2 we have missed. No, please check it out. Yes, perfect. So it's not 256, it is how much? 384. Perfect. 384. Okay, so the book I am referring also, they have given 5 pi upon 256, so their question is also wrong. Okay, so this is 5 pi upon 384 is correct answer. Okay, so this is 384. See what silly mistake we have done. See here, it is 2 raised to 4. This is not 224. Understood? All are correct, but we have taken, instead of 2 raised to 4, I have written 24. This is, isn't it? This is 2 raised to 4. So 2 raised to 4 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. This is better. So 5 pi and 2 into 4 into 2. So can I write? This is 2 into 4 into 2. 8 into 2 raised to 4. So 4 into 4. This is 16. So 5 pi upon 32 into 8. So this is 5 pi upon 256. Now it is correct. And a very silly mistake. Okay. Okay. So now next question is, just we have solved the formula based on that only. That is, find out the value of 0 to pi by 2, sin raised to 4x, cos raised to 6x, dx. Find out this value. Just now we have written one formula, that 0 to pi by 2 sin px cos qx dx. What we have written? Just write it down. This is formula based question. Okay, this we have written gamma p plus 1 upon 2 gamma q plus 1 upon 2 divide by 2 into gamma p plus q plus 2 upon 2. Is it so? Isn't it? So here instead of p we have 4, so 1 by 2, so it is 4 plus 1 upon 2 means 5 by 2 gamma 6 plus 1 by 2 means 7 by 2 divided by gamma 4 plus 6, so it is 10 12, this is gamma 6. So gamma 6 is nothing but 5 factorial. Okay, gamma 6 is nothing but 5 factorial. So can I write 1 upon 2 into 5 factorial, and this is gamma 5 by 2 gamma 7 by 2. You can write the gamma 5 by 2 is 3 by 2 into 1 by 2 into root pi. Gamma 7 by 2 is 5 by 2 3 by 2 1 by 2 root pi divided by 2 into 5 factorial. So the resultant answer is 3 pi upon 512. Okay, please confirm it.